More now on our top story, that magnitude 7.8 earthquake which struck the Iranian-Pakistani border. Early reports say there have been fatalities. Iranian officials say they expect deaths to be in the hundreds. The U.S. Geological Survey says a quake was 15 kilometers underground. Now, a meteorologist says that has been revised to 82 kilometers underground now. The quake was felt as far away as New Delhi in India and the Gulf cities of Dubai and Manama. Imtiaz Taib is live for us from Islamabad in Pakistan. For us, Imtiaz, what is the latest on the casualty toll that you're hearing?
Yeah, hi there. Well, we're hearing that about 40 people have lost their lives. Now, that is from an Iranian news service and other news sources as well. But again, we still haven't heard an awful lot about the number of casualties. We are, however, hearing that most of it has been centralized in Iran. We haven't heard of any casualties yet here in Pakistan. But this earthquake, this very powerful earthquake, was certainly felt here on this side of the border. In fact, it was felt as far north as Gilgit-Baltistan and indeed to the south in Karachi, Pakistan's largest city, a city of 20 million people. Now, immediately after the earthquake which lasted about 13 seconds, hundreds of people, thousands of people really left their high-rise apartments or the very tall buildings that they were in and flooded the streets of Karachi, bringing it to a virtual standstill. Many scenes of people offering prayers in the streets out of fear over what just happened. So indeed some very dramatic scenes here in Pakistan, but again, as we've been saying, some casualties just across the border in Iran. And
the earthquake felt all across Pakistan, as you said, as well as Iran, India, across the Gulf and the Middle East. The region certainly no stranger to earthquakes, is it?
Certainly not. In fact, if you just consider Iran, for example, there was a relatively powerful earthquake not a year ago. Here in Pakistan in 2005, more than 70,000 people lost their lives in the Kashmir earthquake, which was a really devastating earthquake. And even in neighboring Afghanistan as well, has experienced earthquakes in the past as well. This area really is prone to seismic activity. And although this earthquake, which occurred at around 3:30 local time, was indeed very powerful, we're still again getting reports as to just what exactly happened. We are hearing that here in Pakistan, in the western province of Balochistan, which borders Iran and Afghanistan, in a village known as Mashkel, that hundreds, if not thousands of homes have been almost completely destroyed because of this quake. But again, because it's such a remote area, it's quite difficult to get information from there, information about casualties or any sort of injuries. So again, an awful lot we still don't know about this quake, but what we do know for certain is that it was extremely powerful.
Have the authorities launched rescue efforts in the meantime?
Well, what we understand is that locals, at least here in Pakistan, have really been helping those who have been affected by this quake, particularly in Balochistan province. We haven't heard a lot officially from the Pakistani government, haven't heard any formal announcements of just what they're going to do. I think part of that is because there's still so much unknown about what sort of damage has been caused. But certainly over the border in Iran, as we've been saying, the Iranian authorities predicting that the number of people who may have died in this quake going up into the hundreds are certainly ramping up some sort of drive to help those in this area of the country. We understand around 400,000 people live in this part of Iran. So what we can expect certainly is an awful lot of help coming from the Iranian government to those people. But again, it's only been a few hours since this earthquake, so it's a bit too early to say just what sort of help has reached those who've been affected.
Imtiaz, thank you for that update. Imtiaz Taib with the latest